I took my guardian angel with me on the trip. I took guardian angel Jophiel. She loves shopping. She's beautiful. She always have lovely things, but she's a good shopper. You going shopping? Let's do this, angels. Let's go. You always get a bargain. It's time to start the morning blessing. I love you. I respect you. I always look forward to seeing you guys. Thanks for coming to the morning blessings. So the morning blessings today is what is mindfulness, and how to activate it. So as you know, I'm Tessa-Marie. So good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's morning blessing. It's Tuesday, of course, 22nd of July, 2025. And I'm honored to be with you here today. So take a deep breath as you always do for the morning blessing. Ready to release tension. You inhale, you hold for 7, exhale a couple times, and then again in silence. Inhale stillness now, and exhale distraction. Inhale peace, and exhale pressure. So that's, although these are things we cannot avoid, right? Because it's part of life. So let's begin with a moment of gratitude. Close your eyes and give thanks for one thing, just one, that brings a smile to your heart this morning. One thing. If you have tiny people in your life, one of them might have said something funny. If you have a teenager, they must have just come up with something really, really funny. Sometimes you wonder where these things come from. Not funny, but it tickles, it pushes you. Go, really? Be grateful for that, because if there is a day that person is no longer in your life, you're going to miss that little cook of theirs. My friend was telling me her 20-year-old granddaughter, came all the way from the kitchen, all the way upstairs in her bedroom to say, "Grammy, do we have any clean forks?" What do you do? That's what I mean. And she said, "But you can wash one." So she couldn't find a clean one, and I don't know what was in her mind. She came to her grandmother to find, do we have any? The grandmother said, you could wash one. So this is something to be grateful for, because it made her smile. And then she told me, and we both had a good chuckle over it, thinking, what is going on through that 20-year-old underdeveloped mind? You have to remember, a 20-year-old person, their mind is not fully developed yet. So when they come up with these things, you just ready and let it go. So today's focus is mindfulness, what it is and how to activate it in real time, in real life, in real moments. So what is mindfulness? So let us demystify that. The word mindfulness is not a fancy trend. It's not. It's not reserved either for monks or meditation gurus. It's not for them only. Mindfulness is simply this: the moment by moment awareness of what you are doing, thinking, and feeling without judgment. That's mindfulness. So, in the moment by moment awareness, you are aware. And listen, again, awareness will come and go. So don't go fighting to be aware. Just get the moments you are aware, be grateful for that. And the more you cultivate it, the more you will have those moments. The moment by moment awareness of what you're doing, thinking, and feeling without judgment. Mindfulness is presence, being in the moment, present moment, present. It's when you're drinking your tea, and you're actually drinking your tea, not thinking about the phone call you missed or the bill on the table that needs to be paid. That's mindfulness. So mindfulness is having your cup of golden triangle tea, and you're actually having it. What can you do? You can feel the warmth of the tea coming through the cup. You can maybe, this says coffee. This I did when I had my ceramic studio in Toronto. So put your fingers, trace the word coffee. You're in the moment, you're feeling it. When you sip on that tea, you should feel the turmeric and the black pepper and all the other ingredients, the cinnamon going down your throat. And you should be in the moment with it. Not thinking about, I need to call this person to tell them off. I need to pay these bills. right there and then. No, that is not what it is. It's when you're drinking your tea and you're actually drinking the tea. It's hearing the birds instead of letting your thoughts fly away with yesterday's problem. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here, and you can contact me, and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day. Right now, I don't know, Nancy could correct me, it might be the second mating of the doves, or the third or the fourth, and the cardinals. So you hear them tweeting. So they're chirping away. And that's the moment. It's hearing the birds instead of letting your thoughts fly away with yesterday's problem. I am making golden triangle tea right now, Nancy said. So there you go. So, and enjoy it. So the birds are chirping. Listen to it. So you hear that knock, 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 knock on your window. You look, and it's a bird. You know why? It sees its reflection. So you can stop and think, look at this. It's looking at its reflection. How many people get to do that? You're fortunate and blessed to do that. So be in the moment, not about something else. It's noticing the way your body feels when you walk. The sensations of joy and tightness when you're with people, or simply feeling the air as you breathe it. Where does it go? How does it feel? So you see, that is mindfulness. I need you to get the 3 points. It's when you're drinking the tea and actually drinking it. It's hearing the birds instead of letting your thoughts fly away with yesterday's problem. It's noticing the way your body feels. That is the big one. As I have always said, our body constantly sends us signals. What are you doing with them? Are you ignoring it? Or are you tuning in? So, like, when this hurts, I go, oh yeah, so I can feel the sensation. Good boy, good girl. That's the best I can do because it's not going to go away. I can feel it. Okay, we got this. So what you have to remember, we are challenged with mindfulness. It is a challenge to be constantly mindful. And some people take that challenge and make it a real problem. Most people are absent. They're absent from their own lives. They're not concerned about their lives. They're concerned about every other person's life, even the poor chicken or everything except themselves. Their bodies show up, but their minds wander. Your body is speaking to you. So the mind wanders to what went wrong yesterday. Instead of what did I do that was great yesterday? The body goes telling you something, and the mind goes, oh yeah. But your body is telling you, hey, there is joy in your heart. You just got a hug. You got a chuckle from your granddaughter. You got something from your husbands. We have them, and men are really funny, ladies. Those of you 40 to 65, I'm talking to you. Sometimes the things they come up with, you just have to stand in your shoes and wonder, what is happening here? So those are the things. You stay in the moment. So instead, when your body show up and your mind wander to what might go wrong tomorrow, think about it. Here we are at 8:13 in the morning, and there are people out there thinking about what can happen tomorrow that's going to be bad. What are we absent from? And then the other thing is to what others are doing. That one really intrigues me. We are really absent from our mindfulness of our own life when we are worried about what other people are going to do about their own challenges, which you put they have, and they might not have that challenge at all. You made it up. While you're making that challenge for this human being, they're minding their life and you are minding theirs. Oh, wow. Look at the amount of energy you're giving to them. What about you? What about you? We are wandering to regrets, to grudges and fears. The French have a saying, jamais deux sans trois, never two without three. This young lady, her furnace went, so they got somebody to fix it. The air conditioner went, they got somebody to fix it. And yesterday morning she woke up and the fridge is not cooling. And she said to me, I cannot be grateful. And I'm thinking, yes, you can. You at least you knew the fridge is not cooling. You can feel it. So at least your body, when you put your hand there, the only way you knew that fridge was not keeping cold was because your heat told you, hey, there's no cold air here. Because there might be somebody in this world. We do not do comparison, and gratitude do not work. But sometimes I need to pull the strings together so you can see what to be grateful for. And that's mindfulness. In her case, she should be grateful that she can feel the difference between hot and cold. And somebody out there is going to say, Tessa-Marie, everybody does. No, not everybody does that. My nephew got sick, very sick in England, and he still can't feel his nose. He's better, but he can't touch. If he touches that, he doesn't know. He cannot feel that his nose is being touched. Because the nerve endings in both his nose and his fingers are gone in one hand. So she said to me, I cannot think of anything to be grateful for. Wow, that was strong. You have a husband, 2 children, yourself, and a job, and you have food to eat. There is more. At least the stove is not broken. You can still cook. You know what I mean? So we have to look at our fears and our regrets and all those things and grudges. What are we doing about other people's lives, or what is going to happen next week? We have trained ourselves to escape the moment. We do. All she wanted to do was to escape the moment. I can't be grateful. Yes, you can. The 5 pillars of prosperity, especially mental and spiritual prosperity, teach us that the present moment is the only place where life truly happens. Mental and spiritual prosperity is the only place that really life begins. And when we talk about spiritual prosperity, it's not a dogma, a religion of one kind or the other. It's what goes in your mind that feeds to your mouth, to your tongue, to get what you do, what you think. You know, where your thoughts go, remember yesterday's topic. Where your thoughts go, there you are. So your spiritual prosperity is accepting you, accepting the moment, accepting that the fridge is not working. Instead of saying, I cannot be grateful, nothing to be grateful, well, you know what? The question is, the fridge is not working. And I know you can't be grateful your fridge is not working, but you can be grateful. You had Tessa-Marie to tell her that, and I have to say to her, come on, man, there's something you have to be grateful for. Because when you are grateful, in the moment of gratitude, you cannot think of fear or lack. Try it. Walk around your own home. Driving, sitting on the subway, going to work, doing something, on the train, flying, whatever, going on a vacation. I'm so happy and grateful I can do this. I can have a job I got a paycheck today. I'm so happy and grateful my pay is in my account. There is so much. And as you pong on gratitude, the law of attraction is ponging right back to you. Here you go, it will come. It's persistency and consistency that makes the difference. You heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. No, it wasn't. It took the universe 7 days to be the universe, or 6 days, right? And you expect everything to be boom, boom. So we have to be, it is accepting things as they are. Knowing what you can change and what you cannot change. I never told you guys what happened on Saturday because we were in Safety Village, and this lady is a police officer. And she said to me, I heard you talk about the Bible and stuff like that. I said, I don't preach it, I reference it. Because a lot of people that come here do read it and follow it, and they believe it is the word of God. But she did not like the idea that she said, you talk about the Bible and it's written by men for men, and you know the usual thing. I said, there are references in there. I said, and the references is to let the people know that you can, if you are inspired because your preacher has read it and is reading the story to you and telling you what it means, if you can read and write, you can read it with a dictionary next to you. And you can find the meaning of every word, and you can understand it and be inspired by it. So we cannot rewrite yesterday. We can only reflect on it, inflict. We cannot rehearse tomorrow. We can only prepare for tomorrow. So that is what you do in scriptures. It prepares you for the inevitable. That is what it does. Mindfulness invites us back to where the magic is. And the magic is in now. The magic is not in history. The magic is not in the history of the past. The magic is not in the mystery of the future. It is now. Magic and miracles happens in the moment of now. We are so busy minding everything else that we do forget to talk about it. We do forget to acknowledge it. The benefits of practicing mindfulness. Here's what happens when you activate mindfulness. Remember, the topic is what it is. We had that. Now, how do you activate it? You respond instead of react. There's a difference. Act is there. So you're going to react and you respond. How do you respond? Sometimes you pull back. Sometimes you do the Kenny Rogers thing. You need to know when to hold them, when to walk away, when to run. Sometimes you need to be in the moment where you just stand still and let the waves of time do its thing. You see, you experience more peace and less panic when you're mindful, because you're aware where this is coming from. You know what is hurting. You know what is not feeling right. You become attuned to your thoughts and therefore in charge of them. When your thought is ready to go criticize somebody and make an assumption about them or opinion, you can say to your thoughts, no, not today. Not today. We're not going here. And leave it alone. And it's going to come back. So you cannot stop the challenges of life coming your way, like the young lady and the furnace and and what you call that thing? And the furnace, the air conditioner, now the fridge. She couldn't stop any of that. She couldn't. But she needs to learn skills to be able to go through it, to manage it. And when you are facing a wall and you have absolutely no idea what to do, you stop and you scream, if you were me, what would you do now? So if you believe in a God, then you ask that question. If it's the universe, you say, hey universe, come on man, I thought you had my back. If you were me, what would you do now? You can call a friend if you want. But sometimes it's best to just stop and respond to what is happening by asking it a question. What do you want of me? What more? Or you can turn and you can say, bring it on. Bring it on. And sometimes that gives you a little bit of power. You go, you know what? What next? Let's get them all over this month. Let July be the month of challenges. So you have to be able to respond in a way that keeps you calm. What you will notice though, your relationships improve because you see and hear others. You see them, you hear them, you respond, you don't react. React is where you push forward. You don't have to do that. Your health improves because stress begins to lose its grip on your body. You're responding. You are realizing this is how it is. It is as it is. And when it is that, no amount of jumping up and down like a crazy frog is going to get it to be something else. You have to let it go through. We cannot control the waves of life, but we can know how to swim through the waves of life. The calm waves, the rough waves, or a surf. We cannot go to Hawaii and control the type of surf we want, but we can go to Hawaii to learn to surf. You see what I mean? So what comes to you is a teaching for you to do. So activating mindfulness in life, in your real life. So how do we turn our mindfulness on? So let's talk about activation here then. So here are 5 simple ways to do that. Breathe before you react. Take a pause. Breathe. Should I go or should I stay? Should I let this fall into the crevices of life and live to fight another day? Sometimes in a theory, that person is holding the knife, but their hands is clasping the handle. The sharp pointed blade is pointing at you. Is this the time to pull on that blade? Or is that time to pause and look at the knife and say, can I flip this thing? How do I flip this thing? How do I make them seem I'm not what they're saying about me? That's literally what is happening. So before you respond to anything stressful, take 3 slow breaths. You don't have to make it big. The person in the situation doesn't have to see it. You just go. That's all. You know that breath, not as deep as the one the doctor wants you to take, but just shallow enough. That gives you a break. Another thing I learned by watching 3 politicians. I first saw it with Pierre Elliott Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. I saw it with Bill Clinton, and I saw it with Barack Obama. When somebody asked them a question, what I noticed, they repeated the question before they answered the question. And I realized what happened. That moment of repeating the question to the person who asked the question allowed them time to formulate the answer. But if while the person is speaking, you go and you're that's not responding, that's reacting, and you don't even know. And the scripture, that's what the lady didn't get on Saturday. Scripture is saying to us, he who answers before hearing the entire sentence question is a fool. Yeah. So we have to learn from those that you observe, you pick up a little bit from Tom, another little bit from Harry, and a little piece from Jane, and before you know it, you have got the recipe of life. Mindfulness lives in the breath. Breathe in the remote control that changes the channel in your mind. That's your breath. Our breath is our body's remote control. When it dies, we don't die. So that's where we have to connect. Name what you are doing. Say to yourself, I am brushing my teeth. I am walking to the kitchen. I'm listening to a friend. I need to be attentive. This brings your mind back into alignment with your body. You know something I do for my followers 40 to 65? When I'm brushing my teeth, I stand on one leg. I do not lean on the counter, and of course it's wobbly. Then I do the other side, other leg. Maybe 10, 15 seconds. But we have so many occasions. You're standing at the kitchen counter, you're standing at the bus stop, you're standing somewhere, you're waiting in line, you put one leg up. Just like that, foot here, leg up from the floor, one leg, just for a moment. Mindfulness, you are aware you're doing that. It helps you to do that. So that brings your body back into alignment. Use your senses. Ask, what do I see? What am I seeing when I look out there? What depth is there in this? The maple tree does something quite unique. If Marina is there, she might have observed it. You might come across a maple tree and all the leaves that you can see are just there. And then there's a little branch and one leaf is one. It's such a magnificent thing to observe. The big, magnificent maple tree is there and not one other leaf that you can see in the view in front of you is moving. And then there is this truant, crazy leaf over there going. Nobody is helping it. Nobody is moving. Look for it. You'll find it. Nobody is moving except this little crazy leaf. It's green. It's on a branch of others, but it's doing its own thing. So it's not part of the herd. At that moment, it felt to move. Or is that the miracle that I'm seeing? I've seen it so many times. Look for things like that. What do I see? What am I hearing? The bird are chirping. What type of song that they're making today? Somebody not too far from you has a chime and you can hear the wind blowing through it. Or you could hear the wind coming towards you from the north and you can hear it before you feel it. So what do I smell? Your neighbor's barbecue. What do I smell? A skunk went by. Feel and taste. What to touch? Touch your own self. Say, you know, I love me. I am great. But you can touch somebody and say, I love you, don't you? But you can't touch you and say, I love you. I taste something delicious. Mindfulness is a full body experience. When you notice your thoughts wandering, don't scold yourself. That's part of life. You are never going to get away from that. Just gently say, come back. We're on a mission here. Bring your attention home. Home is your breath. And you visit, your home is like the child that moved away but just come every Sunday just to get laundry done. That one. So that's why it goes and comes. So you have to come back, come home. Let's get the light over here. Bring your attention home. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer of them. You need to look at them. They're going by. It's a TV show in your mind. But what are you focusing on? Your breath. And sometimes you cannot hear it, you cannot feel it. Why? Because there's stress pushing through. And that is one of the things that we must remember. So, you are the observer of your life. Pick 3 anchor moments each day. Brushing your teeth is an anchor moment. Mealtime, having your tea, walking, and making them mindful practices, even for 60 seconds. Do that, even for those 60 seconds. I do a 20-minute pause, one leg on the floor, one leg up, and brushing my teeth. To wash my hand, I do the same thing. Be mindful when you're walking. Do not leave things on the floor that you will trip on. Especially this lady fell on a tiny little piece of plastic because it was left. She said she saw it. She said, I never hurt my bum so hard on a tile floor. And she was limping after that because she knew when she was opening the package that piece of plastic was there, but she was too busy to pick it up. Mindfulness would have told her, pick this up. Somebody's going to get hurt. And it just happened to be her. So let's, mindfulness and the 5 pillars, we know it's part of it. Let's connect mindfulness to your prosperity pillars. So, emotional. You notice feeling and understanding them without judgment. You notice feelings and understanding them without judgment. How did that person make you feel? And you do not judge. You do not remember what they said, but you remember how they made you feel. If it wasn't pleasant, you have to let it go. Taking it into the present moment when it happened 10 years ago is not going to help you. It's the same thing, reliving the past experiences that are good. You're not learning to see the new good experiences that you're having right now. Always going back to when it was this, when it was that. Well, when left, she didn't like it there. So it is it. Live the experiences of the past, good, bad, or ugly, indifferent in the past, so that you are able to create good ones in the present moment. That's mental prosperity. That's emotional prosperity. Mental prosperity, you become the director of your thoughts, not the actor. You're directing the movie of your life. It begins with your thoughts. You are there. You are in charge of it. You can choose who to act up. You are the director. You are the one with the saying yes or no. Then use your power. Respond. Do not react. Physical. You slow down? Yeah, just slow down. Like Colin and I had so much fun yesterday. It wasn't a long visit, a couple hours. And we went to the store and we met a man, and that man had to walk so many miles, and we following him and laughing and telling him what we're doing our steps today. He's looking for the umbrella and the umbrella base for us, and we just went to the flow. There was no big meal involved. We had a cup of coffee with some creamy milk and just sat outside and enjoyed each other's company. It's simple. You slow down, listen to your body, rest, move, and nourish your body. Nourishment is not only food. Nourishment is good company. If the company that you are with is not nourishing you, that when you have left them, you wish you could go back there, then you need to inflect on that. If your body is not responding properly after an encounter with a human being, you need to reflect on that. If your body does, you need to say, I would love to spend more time with that person. Move your body. That physical mindfulness is being aware. I showed you guys a few things that I do in Kijong. I move my body purposely. I was talking to Ellie yesterday because Ellie's my neighbor. She doesn't live too far away. She saw me out deadheading some roses. I am finally deadheading them, not because I didn't want to, but I saw the bees were so busy in them that I wanted them to feed. And we stayed talking for maybe 20 to 25 minutes with her sister and her daughter. So it was an amazing thing. It was nourishing. And we talked a little bit about what we do on the morning blessings, because she comes to the morning blessing. So move, and they were coming from a walk. So they were coming, her sister, herself, and her daughter had gone for a walk, and they were coming back for a walk, moving your body. You do not have to always go to the gym to get reaction. You can stretch in the morning. You can dance in the morning. So, and your spiritual connection with the divine in stillness and in awareness. What is your divine? Your divine self. Your divine, if you believe it's a God that is outside of you. Did your divine the universe? Stand up outside, get out there, take your shoes off. You're not going to die. And stand on the grass. You have pain in your feet, you have pain in your knees. Too much electricity is in your body. Release it back to Mother Earth. The world needs it. The earth needs it. You don't. Try that for 10 days. You could sit and put your feet directly on the grass for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, and see how your sleep pattern changes. Just observe yourself. And now the one that gets the most heat when we are not mindful, the one that is bent and twisted and gets the blame for all that ails every human being on earth when we are not mindful, is financial. You make intentional spending choices. When you're mindful, you make it intentional. I said I bought chairs for the pergola. I have been talking about and planning and looking for years. Colin reminded me yesterday. She said, you said you've been looking, and I just couldn't find the one that I knew would fit there. So when I set it up, I'll show it to you guys. It took a long time. And then I had the money set aside. So I made an intentional spending choice yesterday. I took my guardian angel with me on the trip. I took guardian angel Jophiel. She loves shopping. She's beautiful. She always have lovely things, but she's a good shopper. You going shopping? Let's do this, angels. Let's go. You always get a bargain. The man at the store was an angel himself. I wasn't looking at him. I was just looking at the stuff. Can I help you? He said, and he did help me. And he went to the car, he measured my truck to make sure they could fit. He was just divine. All of that because the energy of mindfulness was there. And I give out that positive energy. I said, hello, yes you can. And then I needed a table also. And he said, look at this table over here. It was $140 and I got it for $48. Mindfulness, it took a while though. You do not always have to rush. Take your time, plan it. You have a guardian angel, ask for help. You are not an island. No man is an island, the author said. We are not meant to be challenged in this world as we are, but we are not mindful, and that's why we have these challenges. You can ask for help and believe you are getting the help because it comes. Practice gratitude about the financials that you have right now. I am happy and grateful I have money to pay for my living expenses. Do not say bills, it has a bad feeling. But if you say, you know what, I'm so happy and grateful I have money to pay for my living expenses, that sounds like you're rich. But listen to that. I'm happy and grateful I have money to pay for the bills. So your body is just doing another dance. But when you say living expenses, oh my, just think of it. So you can often say, you pause before you spend. You pause before you do impulsive. You're going to the dollar store to get this for $2. Why are you coming out with $20 and you have no idea what you're going to do with them? But you saw it. It's only $1. It's only $1. It all adds up. Take that same attitude about it's only $1 and save it. Oh, I'm saving $1. I'm saving $1. I'm saving $1. It's only $1. Only $1. I'm spending it. It's not in your favor. The other one is. Reflection. Where in your life are you often not present? Where? Ask yourself that and make an effort to be present there for 1 minute today. What could change if you brought your full attention, to one activity today? What would change? And I'm not talking of doing something. I'm talking of being somewhere. What would change if you brought your full attention to sitting and having a cup of tea? So you clean the kitchen, you made your bed, you scrub the floor, take a break and sit. You're at work, you finish a project, it's hard, it's difficult, it's challenging. Don't rush into the next one. The phone rings, you have an answering service, let it go there, take a break. What's one daily activity you can turn into a mindful ritual? Brushing your teeth, having a shower, having a meal. Write down your answers after this session and make sure you try them. These questions are simple, but they open the doorway to deep transformation. Affirm with me your affirmation. We're not living without it. I am present in the moment. Yes, we all are. I respond with calm and not chaos. I breathe with intention and live with an awareness. I'm awake in my life right now. So that's what it is. You're not chasing life, you're living it. You're not challenged through life, you're maintaining it. So thank you for being here today. I appreciate you. If this morning blessing has awakened something in you, I invite you to carry it forward. I do. To anchor it in your actions, in your breath, in your awareness. Remember, your attention goes where energy flows. So let today be a masterpiece of presence. I love you. I see you. I respect you. So let's prosper and get mindfulness together. Guys, thank you so much for coming.